What is going on, guys? Crypto Vibes here, also known as Crypto. I'm bringing you guys another Pokemon video today. And today we got week 1 of our TCL match. And yeah, super excited for this league. We just got done with it. Like I said, the draft just ended a couple days ago. And got done with my team building for this. And my match got underway. So I'm going to show you guys that in a little bit. And yeah, this is post.com. So I'll show you the battle here in a second in a replay. But I'm not going to spoil anything yet. And first week match, we had Legend in the Tapu Bulus, or the Chicago Bulus, I should say. And the team's a little bit different here. He ended up changing up Mega Gallade for his Mega Pinsir. He used to have Mega Pinsir. But then this is his team right here. Tapu Bulu, Victini, it should be Mega Pinsir in that spot. And Gyarados, Xurkitree, Alolan Ninetales, Doublade, Zoroark, Minior, Slurpuff, Cryogonal, and Tangela. Now, if you guys haven't seen my team already, you can check that out. But I'll show you the team I brought for this league, or for this team. And you can see why here in a second. But big threats on his team right away. Obviously, all three of his OU picks are huge threats. Remember, keep in mind this is a Mega Pinsir. That's what I've been preparing for. He just changed this a little bit ago. And so it's Tapu Bulu, Victini, Mega Pinsir are his OU threats, with Gyarados obviously there. That can be very scary. Zmon user if he wants to bring that. Xurkitree, I always have to be careful for that. I did bring something kind of in specific to play around with it, mess around with it. We got a Alolan Ninetales, obviously going to be scary if that gets an Aurora up for his team. Deblade's going to be a very, very good counter for a couple of my mons. Zoroark can be scary to deal with. Minior, I think that could potentially come. I have things to deal with it. Slurpuff, I'm not too scared of it, even if it gets a Belgium up, because there's a lot of mons on my team that can take +6 hits, which is actually pretty cool from it. Cryogonal, don't really see that coming. Tangela, I could see that coming as well. It could be a decent brain. But anyways, we'll get over to my team builder and show you what I brought, and I'll tell you why I brought it. Anyways, and by the way, my nicknames are all in too, so I'll show those actually real quick. My team is down here in the Johto division. Miami Heatran, if you guys didn't check it out already, we got Blitz, Tapu Koko, Mr. Krabs, the Mega Scizor, Big Bird, Tornadus, Therian, we got Clifford, Arcanine, we got Ray, Mamoswine, we got Nihilego, the Nightmare, we got Mienshao, Wonton, Vaporeon, Aquafina, Delmice, Rust, Mesprit, Carmelo, Tauros, Benny, and Stunfisk, Flapjack. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get into the team builder and why I brought what I brought. Anyways, knowing that his team, I wish I could put up his team right now, but I'll get into better editing and stuff when I can adjust that later on. Like, I want to have his team up here so you guys can see why I brought what I brought. But anyways, I brought Arcanine because it was really good against his team. He had 6 Pokemon on his team weak to Fire type, so I just wanted to bring Arcanine in general. I got Flash Fire obviously, which is an option for Victini, so he had to be wary of that. It threatened things on his team like Tapu Bulu and Mega Pinsir, so I was thinking I definitely need to bring this. A pretty defensive variant as well. So I brought Intimidate over Flash Fire for the Victini because all the Victini's hits did about 25%, unless he was banded, they did about 30-some%, so it wasn't a big difference. Leftovers is obviously there to help build back up health. Morning Sun, same thing. Wild Charges for the Gyarados. Other than that, Flamethrower can hit everything pretty hard, and the Will-O-Wisp is nice for the Tapu Bulu and Mega Pinsir if we can burn that later on. And then we'll get into the EV spread. Decided to make it as defensive as possible with all HP that I could, and make sure the speed was enough to outspeed Adamant, Tapu Bulu. I was afraid of Adamant, choice banned Tapu Bulu in this game, so I wanted to bring that spread. Worked out, hopefully works out pretty good. I mean, this is my meme pick, everybody decides to think, but it actually puts in work. Got Assault Vest Stunfisk right here with Static as its ability. I'm thinking this is kind of a check to Victini, kinda-ish. I mean, not a check, obviously it's Assault Vest, but it can be good for taking U-turns from Victini, because Static's obviously there. It can be good for paralyzing if it's choice scarfed. Other things like Bulu, if I ever wanted to predict like a Stone Edge or something, I can come in with this and pivot around. It's good for Mega Pinsir outside of Earthquake. But I mainly brought this for the Xurkitree, because I believe Assault Vest from Xurkitree only takes Energy Ball, it does about 30%. We have Earth Power right there, which does about 60%, I believe, so 2-hit KO easily. I was thinking definitely take hits for days against this guy on the special side, so Ninetales, you can definitely take hits from that. And then there was one other mon, the Cryogonal, and then maybe something else, I can't remember. But anyways, moving on to our Mega right here. We got Mega Scizor, Mr. Krabs right here. Decided to bring Bullet Punch, U-Turn, Roost, and I thought about Defog for a little bit. I thought Aurora might be annoying, but my initial thought against this guy was I think he's going to lead Alolan Ninetales if he brings it, so I wanted to bring Scizor without Defog, and I was just going to threaten him out with Bullet Punch, and just try to keep off Aurora for the remainder of the game. That was my plan. And yeah, Mega Scizor, this set actually destroys his team once I can get rid of a few things out of the way. Bullet Punch, +2 Bullet Punch does a lot to most of his team. Obviously, Doublade is there, but I'm hoping I can do decent stuff against that with a couple of my other mons. U-turn's obviously good for momentum, or pivot out, I mean. And Tapu Bulu was something I could U-turn on. And this actually checked Tapu Bulu very nicely. One more Mega Form. One more in our Mega Form. His superpower is the best thing he hit me with. It does like 30% or something. We can easily reset off, and he's obviously getting the attack and defense are dropping. So, and this spread obviously was good. I didn't have to worry about speed creep or anything with Mega Scizor. The defense, I don't really remember what the defense and attack were exactly for, but pretty sure I just threw him in a random spot after a while, and I know they matched up really well against this team basically. But next on the team we have Nightmare on a Heligo right here. Choice Scarf. This can be really threatening to his team. I know Power Gym hits a ton of things on his team very hard, being the Mega Pinsir, Gyarados, Victini, all those things very hard. Sludge Wave's there just to, stab, hits everything outside of the Deblade very nicely. Hidden Power Fire is for the Deblade. And I brought Stealth Rocks on this thing as a Choice Scarfer, but it's not my only Stealth Rock on the team. I want to bring a lot of Stealth Rock potential options just because I knew his team was pretty weak to him. And yeah, so I brought 2 Stealth Rockers being my Mamoswine here, but I'll get back to this spread real quick. I ran enough speed to outspeed Choice Scarf Victini, and I threw the rest into Special Defense just in case I need to take some kind of hit with it, being a Special Victini or something. But yeah, that's basically the Nihilego right there. Next we got Ray the Mamoswine. Really excited about this bring. Got a Jolly Life Orb Mamoswine with Stealth Rock, Ice Shard, Earthquake, and Icicle Crash with max attack, enough speed to outspeed Jolly Tapu Bulu. So that's really good. And then defense is at 40, just add the rest in there. Icicle Crash can one-shot the Bulu, I believe, from this range with Life Orb. Or not with this, like just from 100% I can knock it out, just straight up. So that's basically all about Ray. Wanted to kind of lead with this thing, although if he did bring Ninetales or the, what was the other option? Just Ninetales, I guess, mainly. I didn't want him getting the Aurora Veil right away, so that's why I had Mr. Krabs is like, I guess here is my initial lead if he did bring the Ninetales. So anyways, my last but not least mon I decided to bring was Blitz Tapu Koko, and we decided to bring Expert Belt this week with Volt Switch, Taunt, Hidden Power, Poison, and Thunderbolt. Hidden Power Poison's there for the Tapu Bulu. Expert Belt, with Expert Belt, it can Oko it, so it's a really cool bring. Volt Switch is there for momentum, Thunderbolt's there for a stronger stab. We didn't really need Dazzling Gleam or like a Grass Knot or anything for his team. His team just wasn't weak to it really. And I decided to bring Taunt. I guess it was there for Ninetales, I guess, for Aurora Veil. And it was there for the Xurkitree as well, if you decide to Tail Glow or Rain Dance in my face. But yeah, that's basically the team, guys. And I ran modest enough speed to outspeed everything on his team. I believe his fastest mon was the Ninetales, the lone Ninetales. It maxed out 348 speed. And this can outspeed everything outside of a Scarf Pokemon. So that's basically it on the team builder, guys. Hopefully you guys can understand that a little bit better now. And we'll get into the battle. So basically, he did not bring the Tapu Bulu. He did not bring the Mega Pinsir. So my plan was like, what the heck? What's his win con here? I was looking at Gyarados. Because Arcanine can wall the Victini pretty nicely, and the Deblade, and Tangela, and the and the Ninetales. Slurpup I did have to watch out for, but like I said, at +6, I believe Scizor can even take a hit from this thing, whatever move it wants to go for. And then I have 2 different priority users, being my Scizor, Mega Scizor, Bolt Punch, and my Mamoswine with Ice Shard. I believe I predicted him to lead off with either his Victini or Ninetales here, and I said my initial lead was going to be Mega Scizor, but I didn't want Victini leading off against my Mega Scizor, and the right away he'd get a bunch of momentum. So I led off with my Nihilego right here. Yeah, it's a Choice Scarf lead. Against his Choice Scarf lead, I'm predicting at least. So right here, I believe I just went straight for the Power Gem. I don't think it even killed him from that range, but I knew I could take a hit. So I decided to Power Range, or I was about to say Power Rangers. Power Gem right there, and he goes into the Blade. This is my switch into the Blade every time. Clifford, the big red dog, Arcanine. And he Gyro Balls right there. Right here, I believe I go for the Will-O-Wisp as he decides to switch out into his Victini, which is okay with me. I have plays to get around this Victini. Not really. This Victini was a big threat, I'm not going to lie. I decided to switch out here because I want to see if he was like special physical or not. I thought potentially he would... actually, I don't even know why I went Nihilego there. That was kind of a weird play by me. I knew he'd probably be locked into that, judging just the way he's played Victini so far. He decides to make a double here in my Deblade, I guess predicting me to... I can't remember what I was doing at the time, but his Secret Sword's right there. It's 2 KO. I could stay in Earthquake. It wouldn't kill him. Decided to go Blitz right here on his Secret Sword. If you want to do that again, we can easily Volt Switch out. I thought he'd switch here. He decided not to switch. That gives us a free switch into our Arcanine though again. And we're basically at full health, so we can go ahead and I believe we Wild Charge here, predicting the Victini. We didn't Willow this time, yeah. We Wild Charge here because this Victini, I didn't want to mess around with it too much. This was the biggest threat, plus the Gyarados to my team. So he goes for the U-turn right here. Don't really know why. He goes into the Deblade right here. So I can basically get a Wild Charge off right here, and I can probably knock it out with the Flamethrower right here. So I believe he goes for the, the Shadow Sneak to get more damage. Flamethrower, knock out the Deblade, which was my initial plan. Brings up the Victini, brings down the Rocks. So I'm really confused on this. Yeah, I guess he wants a huge hit off so he can try to win with maybe Gyarados. We get Clifford really low, our Arcanine, and he paralyzes us, which is unfortunate. I switch out to Ray because I know he's locked right there. And I want to save Arcanine because I thought it could be decent against things like Slurpuff and Tangela still. So I decided to keep that around. Bull Strike obviously locked into that. He stays in. Ice Crash, knock out the Victini. Now here was probably the most crucial play of the match. It brings out his Gyarados. I think he's probably a Z-move like Dragonite set. And if he waterfalls me, he knocks me out here, obviously. That kind of sucks. But I go Tapu Koko at that point, and I can click Volt Switch. It knocks him out. It gives me momentum. So it's not really a drawback play for staying in and going for Ice Crash right here, unless we miss, obviously. But I stay in, go for the Ice Crash. As he does Dragon Dance up, we go ahead and Ice Crash. Gets him in the range of Ice Crash, and Ice Shard. Right there, I knew that was a huge play, because now we can knock him out with the Ice Shard, as he does stay in. And Mamoswine picks up a second kill right there. Slurpuff comes out. I know I can outspeed. To start the Earthquake, I guess I knock it out right there. What comes out now? The Tangle, I believe. Yeah, Tangle comes out, so Mamoswine's sitting with 3 kills right now. Does miss his Ice Crash. That does suck a little bit, because I kind of want Mamoswine to get 4th kill. And Tangle comes in, Leech Seeds Zed down, and I bring out Scizor. I believe I try to win this game with Scizor right here. I SD up, and I probably should have SD'd again so I could have killed him with U-turn. But seeing the Sleep Powder right there, I decided to U-turn out into my Tapu Koko, so I can, Electric Surge or Electric Terrain, you cannot put Sleep Powder, so that Sleep Powder did not miss. You cannot spore things to sleep, so he forfeits there, and that is the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That was week 1 of the TCL League, of the Coaches League. And I'll try to bring more of these, probably add the team builder and the post video together. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and leave a like if you did. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. So yeah, thank you.